Hi guys, so I've been meaning to do a video talking about these dude face shave cloths. I did another video and I'll post a link in the comments to that, in the description rather, to that, talking about when I received these and what I was thinking, but I don't think I'd used them much yet, if at all, at that point. So real quick, they came in a set of 5. They were $19.50 plus $3 shipping. They come from Sophia Robbins, who is Dr. Matt Robbins' daughter. And you can get more information about that by watching his video as well, and I'll put a link to that in the description. And on his video, in his description, he talks about how to order them if you'd like to, so feel free to do that. But people have been asking about this. So what are these all about? Well, you know, normally when you shave with a straight razor, or I use a Shavette, a lot of times you use alum. You rub your finger in the alum to get a grip on your skin when stretching, and I would like to say that stretching your skin applies, as far as I'm concerned, with a straight razor, with a Shavette, and even with a DE or an SE. So, you know, I feel that skin stretching applies in all those cases, but I will say that I don't stretch my skin the entire shave. I stretch my skin. I don't need extra grip when I stretch my skin for the entire shave. So, you know, that's the difference. So I use this when I need to, in lieu of alum, and these things are real nice, and I like them. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail about them, except to talk about, you know, how I use them. So anyway, today's shave real fast before I get going. I shaved my head, by the way, so that's why I'm in this state right now. I'm using the same soap. This is going to be the Beach from How to Grow a Mustache. This is the older edition. I don't know about formulations. I can't tell you. This might be 2.0. I don't know. But anyway, and the way that I lather, by the way, is to scoop out a little bit with my spoon. I just shave a little bit off with a spoon, and I go ahead and put that right into my scuttle. I'm using my Crown King scuttle, and I'm using my Crown King brush. I'm not exactly sure. It's Tally Wood something. I don't know. It's so much stuff. I don't know what it is anymore. But anyway, I like it a lot. And so I'll be shaving with the Beach. I've got my scuttle. I've got my brush. I've also got, for the first time today, I'm using the Beach aftershave. I just picked it up on BST. It was used, I don't know, once or twice, if that. So that should be fun, because I've been using the Beach deodorant for quite some time, and I like that. The smell stays with me all day, and so I enjoy that. If I move a certain way, I kind of get a little bit of a waft of it, and I like that. So anyway, I've shaved my head. I've used the head blade, the much maligned head blade. What can I say? It's efficient, it's fast, and I like it. So I'm just going to go ahead and touch up my lather here. I'll be using my Dovo Shavette, the blue one. I really like the look of that blue one. It's also got a different handle on the bottom. The other ones don't have this matte black finish. And it's loaded with a never used before half Perma-Sharp blade. First time using it right now. I had one in there. I thought I might have used it once. I'm not sure, so I just dumped it. So the lather on my face is kind of dissipated, so I'm just going to mix up the lather in my scuttle here and reapply some so that I have something to work with. It's been a long time since I made a video. So this lather here is pretty pasty and dry. I like to, like I said, scoop it off and put it into that scuttle, and then I add water very gradually. I do start with a slightly damp brush, but I prefer the lather to be drier, like it is right now. It's really pasty on my face. And then I'm just going to add some water right to the brush. For me, that works really well. As you guys know, it's almost impossible to reduce the amount of water in that lather. So it's always better to add than to try and figure out a way to deal with a watery lather. Still a little on the dry side. It's going to have just a tiny bit more water. And what I will say is that putting the soap into the scuttle by scooping a little bit out with a spoon, I get great results. People always ask me, what soap is that? Man, you got so much lather. And you know, for me, that just works really well. I always struggled with the hard soaps, trying to load my brush and make a mess, and I just couldn't do it. So I used to go with the creams for the most part. And I couldn't enjoy a lot of soaps. So anyway, I was going to talk about the face cloths today, and I will. I'm going to dry off my hands here. Just give me a second. And I only use them as I need them. So right now, if I start on this, actually I'm going to start on the left side of my face today. So if I start over there, I can grab my skin at this point. And another thing with skin stretching, it's important when you stretch your skin not to shave too far away from where you're stretching. You know, when you start to get some distance, grip it again. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to try not to let this thing take so long. I got quite a bit of growth. Got about 2 days growth, but it looks like more. And so that makes it easier to shave. So hopefully this thing won't take too long today. I don't want to make this a really long video. Again, I'm using my Dovo, which is one of the lighter shavettes, and that's more difficult for a beginner. So you can see at this point, I'm going to go ahead and grab my skin again a little further down. Still not needing the cloth, so I'm not going to use it. And by the way, I wanted to mention that PAA did come out with a similar product for a whole lot less money. They're sort of like finger condoms, for lack of a better term. They're like pieces of a cotton glove from the fingers that were cut off, they look like. And they just go right over your finger, and you can use that to grip your skin. And they're $1 a piece. 100% cotton. So, you know, if you want to try those, go ahead. I just like the look of these guys, and it was nice to support Sophia and so on. But, you know, it's nice to know that there are alternatives out there as well. And Joe Borelli did a review of those ones from Phoenix, and he seemed to like them. I don't agree with everything that he said, but you know, it was good to see somebody do a review of that. So at this point, still not needing that cloth yet, but I will very soon, I think. And I'm just going to kind of clean up. Today is actually my day off. I'm going to work tomorrow, but I think I'm going to have this shave carry me through the day tomorrow. But I'm enjoying some time off for a change. I've been working a lot. I found lately that even though I always say, you know, you don't have to switch hands and you don't have to be exactly half and half, there are no rules. I found that if I keep the left hand to the left side of my face and not cross over, I get a much better shave. So I've been doing that lately. It's helped me a lot. I used to get a lot of irritation right here on this left cheek. I think that had to do with the lather being a little bit dry, my angle being too wide. Instead of being mostly horizontal, it was more of a 45 or even a 90, even though it wasn't that extreme. And that caused me some irritation. So even though I didn't bleed, I didn't have any cuts, I was still coming in at too wide of an angle, and that was causing irritation. So you got to watch that. This was one of the first shavettes I started with. I also used the Feather Artist Club. My wife got me that for a present because she heard I was going to get a Whip Dog sight unseen straight, which is, you know, it's been used. It's not a brand new razor, and she didn't like that for sanitation purposes. So she got me the Feather. And I proceeded to cut the hell out of myself for a long time because I was applying way too much pressure, because you don't feel it working. Plus I was used to a DE and even a cartridge. So I have to say, folks, that at this point I haven't needed any extra help grabbing my skin, but I'm sure I will at some point. And so these things really do the trick. I like them because, you know, they're nice to look at. They got a nice finished edge. It's a decent size, and they just work. You know, I have to keep saying that because I haven't needed it in this shave yet, but I'm sure that I will. So let me go ahead and go over to this other side, just to see where I'm at. And of course, this is difficult for me to use the camera as my mirror. So this is the part where if you're watching, you can kind of go do something else or look away, and you know, I'm sorry about that. I try to keep these things. See, now there you go. Now I'm losing my grip on my skin, so I'm going to break out with this thing. And all you do is just, you know, wrap it around your finger, and that way you can get a nice grip. So if you know, and that's been an age-old problem. I started straight razor and shavette shaving quite a while back when I first got into this thing about 3 years ago or so. And you know, what do you do when you can't grab your skin and get a good grip? You know, you use a towel. That's kind of cumbersome, especially a washcloth. So alum seemed like the great solution. But again, the problem with the alum, and I mentioned it in my other video, was that it kind of gums things up sometimes. It certainly makes a sticky mess on the sink. My wife complains about that. But it also can, you can have residue on your face, and then the razor kind of skips, gets in the brush and the soap and all that. So, and plus, to me, less is more. Less product, less things I need to have out for my shave. I don't use the alum for my post-shave anymore. I just use witch hazel or aftershave or balm. I don't use the alum anymore for feedback, so I don't need it for the grip. We've been talking about this a lot lately. Dan Mastronardi was saying this, and I've been saying it forever. If I have more than about a day and a half growth, I can get a fantastic shave. If I have a day's growth, it's just not as good. I don't know what to say. And that's been like that my whole life. I'm thinking that the hair is longer, it can stand up and be cut instead of being little stubs. That's the only thing I can think of. Feel free to share your thoughts on that, but I can tell you that there's a huge difference in the quality of my shave if I were to shave every other day or longer. So I'm just going to stretch a little bit here. You guys can't see that. All you can see is my gorilla looking hair. A lot of audio feedback here with this razor. And again, this Dovo Shavette, it's very, very light. So if you're a new Shavette user, I don't know if I would recommend this. It seems attractive because it holds different sizes of blade, and that's a nice thing about it. It's not just the half DE. They also Dovo longer blades, and I'm making it look easy here. But this lightweight is difficult to maneuver if you're new. And actually, I know I said I'm not going to shave tomorrow, but I think I'll do a quick shave in the morning. That way I'll feel fresh. And this is good. I got no blood going on. I got to kind of refresh my lather a little bit to finish up this last little bit here. I think I'm just going to go with the one pass, but we'll see. And these things, like I said, I mean, this cloth, I like it. I'm definitely hitting some of the same area again, but that's okay. No rules. I was watching a Scott Ostermiller video recently. Talked about things that wet shavers say or do, and one of them was to make all these silly faces to stretch your skin, because I see myself doing that in the camera. And I hate it when it makes that thumbnail for the video. It's got the frame of me and just looking like I'm having a spasm or a contortion or something, because it just looks funny. So here I can grab my skin without needing any assistance, any traction. In this particular shave, I didn't use them a whole lot, but I use them, depending. Like if I clean up around my ears and stuff after the head shave, I'm not going to do it today because I actually did a good job with the head blade. But usually I go and I clean up right in there and at the base of my neck. Probably because I've been talking to you guys, my skin is a lot drier. The moisture is dissipating because it's taking me longer to shave, so I'm not looking to get more grip, and that's fine. Well, that's one pass. I'm actually going to go with that because I'm going to shave again in the morning. So, even though I wouldn't mind touching up down there on my neck. But I think I'll do that after I let you guys leave. Let's see. Yep, because we're running real long here. So that's my the beach aftershave. I'm going to use that afterwards when I finish. And sometimes, today I'm not going to use my skin food. I've got the sandalwood. Today I'm not going to mix that. I'm just going to use the beach and be done with it. But this stuff is really, really nice. I can't say enough about it. It's expensive. You can get a smaller container. This is 200, I believe 200 milliliters. Yes, 200 milliliters, or 7 ounces. They make, I believe, 100. I got it as a sample with one of my early orders from either Shave Nation or Maggot, I'm not sure. And I was hooked right away. I got a tiny little sample of that, so I can't say enough about that. But anyway, sorry I went a little long. Thanks for watching. As far as these things go, you know, I like them a lot. I think it's nice to support the community, to support Sophia's education in fashion school. I get no benefit from that. I'm just saying that I think it's nice. But ultimately, you know, you need some solution to be able to get some grip on your skin when stretching at times. And whether you're using alum or using those cotton things that go over your finger, or using this, you got to use something. So I like this. You know, for us wet shaves, it's all about the presentation. Vibrant colors. I don't have the whole pack. You see in my other video, you can see all the colors. You know, it adds, classes up the shave as far as I'm concerned, so you can't go wrong. So anyway, thanks for sticking with me, and see you guys next time.